did you ever feel like it was difficult to get traction? It's a beautiful morning on the trail today, and as you can see, there's light snow falling and snow that's on the trail. And the impact of that is that I don't have a lot of traction here today. And so I spend a lot of energy, I lose a lot of energy just trying to find something firm to push off of. And I know I've felt that way in life in general, that, you can be spinning your wheels, sometimes maybe wasting time on things that are never going to really benefit you so much. I used to run anyway, and after I got done running, I made a switch in my running shoes. I used to use what they call a stability shoe. And I got into the stability shoe because I pronated when I first started running, and that just made things difficult for my weight to roll to the outside of my shoe or the inside of me. And anyway, so after I got done running, I thought, well, it probably doesn't matter what kind of shoe I buy. So I started buying these cushy shoes, and what I discovered was the same deal. I was wasting energy. The energy that should have pushed me forward was compressing my I'm just lifting this knee up. It was compressing the shoe instead of giving me forward momentum. And so I've been trying to find my way back to a good shoe, even for walking. It doesn't matter whether you're walking or running or whatever. If you're losing energy, and then that's just not good. Move this over again. There we go. And I wonder how that happens in life. I think maybe even in the ministry, it's happened at times because I stayed in one place too long. Some places I can think of specifically, trying so hard to make something work when it just was not going to work, not a fit for me. It may not be that the church was bad or that I was wrong, but it just wasn't a fit. And at this point in my life, I'm discovering that I'm in a place where, when I'm not walking on the trail, that I've got traction in my life. Things hold meaning for me and purpose. And I've got a different way of measuring than I had at one time. It's another rant. But I do know this, that God measures the worth of our lives differently than we do. And the meaning of our lives is something that comes to us, I think, not so much in definition that we can articulate it or explain it, but you know when there's significance in your life. And maybe for me, that sense of significance has come more from what God has had to say to me about my life than anything else. I'm learning how to do what I need to do and leave the results with God. A friend of mine used to talk about NATO praying. That's NATO. And I said, "What is that, Kathy? What does that mean?" She said, "That means not attached to outcomes." I remember an illustration. I see somebody coming here. I'll finish this up later. Okay, so I'm back on in my man cave after my little adventure this morning in the Anchorage and walking on the trail, which was a beautiful walk, snow covered and but not slippery. And anyway, This is my little drone that I was flying. That's Neo 2, they call it. And my microphone here that I wanted to test out this morning is a DJI Mic 3. Anyway, I talked this morning about traction. That was my predominant thought as I moved along the trail, because I could feel how much energy I was expending, and I could feel the impact of that over time. At bare ground and good walking conditions would have taken me quicker and farther. And but anyway, one of the things I told myself when I started, I knew the conditions would be like that. I just said, well, you know what? I'm just gonna take my time, and that's why I had my drone with me, and enjoy the walk for what it is. But the traction deal in the Christian life is really critical, I think, to do the things that matter and to learn how to separate the things that don't matter from those kinds of things. I know that we can get pretty consumed in our little church worlds, and so much so that we really don't have time to be the representatives of Christ where we need to be those representatives. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video this morning, at least the scenery. And we got rain coming now, so hopefully it'll be another Grand Manan scenario where within a few days we won't have that white stuff on the ground anymore. And for all you snow lovers, I apologize. I love snow, just I love it other places other than Grand Manan. Anyway, God bless you. Have a good day, and thanks for taking time to watch the video.